बेटा कपड़े ले आओ, बारिश होने वाली है।
आए बदरा कारे कारे, आए बदरा कारे कारे, हमरे कंठ निपट गए।
It's going to rain. This one line evokes a billion different feelings in India, some as deep and old as the civilization itself, laden with feelings of joy, hope, fear, and foreboding. You are tuned into Earshot, and we bring to you our new series, Raincast. This is the story of Monsoon in India, a season that makes the nation's life and livelihood, or breaks it. A season which inspires a million magical stories. Monsoon is intricately woven into the economy, festivals, food, art, culture, worship, music, cinema, love, heartbreak. It is deeply linked with the emotions of the people. Be it a farmer, fisherman, artist, politician, or industrialist. Anyone who say that only sunshine brings happiness have never danced in the rain. The feeling of raindrops falling on your face has walked the streets, shores, marketplaces, pilgrimages of this great land can be mesmerizing. No other season defines the life in this nation as profoundly as the rains. It shapes the very body and soul of the subcontinent. For every Indian, monsoon is the most awaited season. Over 70% of India's population depends on farming. Around 58% of jobs in the country are in agriculture. Although the sector contributes to around 18% of the GDP, a large part of India gets more than 75% of the annual rainfall during the 4 months. June to September. The production of food grains depends fairly closely on the amount and distribution of monsoon rainfall over the country. Indian Meteorological Department's chief forecaster R.K. Janmani tells us how the IMD system does forecasting on a national, state and district level. He also tells us about how important the Indian monsoon is.
The Indian monsoon in specific is the only monsoon in the globe where you get the rainfall such a very characteristics wise, the variation wise and amount also. Nowhere in the globe you will get such a high amount we get. We know Monsoon Ram how highest it is. And we know how lowest it is in Jaisalmer and Ganganagar. A 30-40 centimeter annual, seasonal rainfall from 1 June to 30 September. You have to compare with 1000 centimeter over Northeast India. And also Bombay, we know, 400 centimeter, 300 centimeter. Kerala also, we know it. So that kind of scale you will be looking. And when you look for the prediction, it is only challenge and challenges, okay?
The monsoon is the lifeblood of India's farm-dependent economy. Around 50% of India's food comes from summer crops. A delayed monsoon can lead to a supply nightmare. Food prices rise, and sometimes it leads to drought. Since independence, India witnessed X number of droughts in X number of years. Just 15% of the nearly $3 trillion Indian economy comes from agriculture. However, it employs over half of the total population of India. A good monsoon leads to a bumper crop which keeps food prices under control. Food accounts for around 50% of the country's consumer price index. India's former Agriculture Secretary Siraj Hussain tell us about the impact of monsoon on agriculture sector.
So the rains in July are very important because in most areas the transplantation of paddy takes place in July. So July rains are important. You have to see in irrigated areas, the farmers will use groundwater and irrigation water if there are no rains, but that will increase the cost. And in rain-fed areas, of course, transplantation will not be possible, then they will have to go in for other crops.
Rain brings love. Rain brings joy. Rain brings romance. The monsoon has an intense relationship with Bollywood movies. It symbolizes love, passion, and even destruction, adding to so many layers to the drama of the story. Sometimes, thanks to the rented rain machines, the monsoons come down at the director's call of action. As the showers come down, fascinating aspects of Indian economy, rituals, traditions, and art spring alive. In the next episode, we will tell you some incredible rituals Indians perform to please the rain gods and bring rain. Stay tuned to Earshot on www.earshot.in. Earshot app is now available on Android and iOS. You were listening to Earshot Originals, Raincast, Episode 1, How Monsoon Makes India. Written by Saudhriti Bhabani. Hosted by Sanyam Sharma. Reported by Amrita Madhukalya and Manish Masoom. Mix, mastered and sound design by Aryan Pandey.